How many guys read the George Orwell's 1984? Yes, a lot of you. In that book, George Orwell talks about doublespeak. Why is it important to have a word to describe your situation? And the reason is that if you don't know the word, you don't know the concept. So for instance, guys, in North Korea, we don't have word love. We don't have word freedom. We don't have word human rights. So if nobody told you about those words, would you have known what that was? There's no way we'd know. That is why currently in America, the leftists is so obsessed on getting rid of certain words and controlling what we can say, what we cannot say. And thank you. If we let them keep redefining these words and push us, the end is like North Korea, where you do not even know what love is, and where you do not even know you are oppressed. The common question I get when I talk about North Korea is that often people ask me, why there is no revolution in North Korea? It's been 80 years. Same fat Kim dictators. 3 of them been running North Korea for last almost 100 years. And there hasn't been one single revolution. And they do ask, are you guys dumb? Why not thinking about rising up someday? And I'm like, how do you fight to be free if you don't know you're a slave? That's the ultimate leftist goal. They want to push it towards the point where we don't know that we are enslaved. We don't even know that we are oppressed. We think this is somehow the norm. And that is painfully the reality of Northern people. Under the same sky, in the 21st century, 25 million human beings inside North Korea, not knowing that they are even Asians. In North Korea, our calendar begins when Kim Il-sung was born. That's called the Wijuche-1 calendar year. They tell us that we are not Asians, but we are Kim Il-sung race, our dear leader's race. We have a different time zone. It's a different planet. They don't even know what the internet is, and they've never even seen a room like this, where there is electricity, where there's air conditioning, where there's a carpeting. And that could be simply our reality if we stop fighting for freedom. And that's, thank you. Thank you. I feel like by now I lived 1,000 years. I escaped from North Korea simply for one reason, because I was starving. I did not know the rest of the world was like this. With that one promise, I thought if I escape to China, I could find the rice. When I was 13 years old, in 2007, I crossed the Yalu River into China with my mother. When I got to China, the first thing that happened to me was my mom being raped. And then they sold her for $65. And then they sold me over $200 because I was 13-year-old child virgin. And the perverted human traffickers in China, they love child virginity. And 2 years later, I was rescued by Christians from South Korea. And thank you. God loves all of us, for sure. And these Christians told me there was a way for me to be free. And that's for the first time I was hearing the word free. I asked this Christian, like, what do you mean I'm gonna be free? And how would you explain freedom to a North Korean 15-year-old young girl? They did a perfect job. They said, sweetie, if you go to South Korea, you can wear jeans. Because in North Korea, guys, jeans are made in America. It's a symbol of capitalism. They literally send you to prison for wearing jeans. And they said, and you can go watch K-dramas if you go to South Korea. And that's how I understood freedom, and for that, I risked my life for it. I walked across the frozen Gobi Desert into Mongolia, and 8 years ago, I came to America. Thank you. But do you know how many North Koreans made it to freedom over the last 80 years? 209 of us made it to America, this promised land. Thank you. It's a truly miracle. I don't even know why I'm here. Somehow, God chose me to be here today. But with this mission, because there are right now currently 300,000 North Korean girls, their organs are harvested out of them right now currently, and they were sent to brothels and get raped 500 times a day, and they die within 3 to 6 months. And these girls are sold like pigs right now. And with this mission, my initial goal was trying to raise awareness, the brutality that Chinese government, CCP is running this biggest Holocaust that's happening in North Korea. But I faced so many challenges. There was a time one of the producers in Hollywood wanted to make a movie about my first book, In Order to Live. And he sent me a script based on my life story. And the script is that China was my promised land. They rescued me, and they gave me refugee. And I was calling this producer, are you kidding me? This is a fake news. This is not what happened. And he told me this. He's not a bad guy. He said, this is the only way we can make a movie currently in Hollywood. Even if we get the independent funding for your film, CCP gonna drop all the funding and distribution rights for other films that this studio gonna produce, and in the future, any movie they ever touch gonna be banned from China. That's why nobody in Hollywood can tell the truth right now. So we're in a pivotal moment. We are also being lied by our own government, by our own institutions. But the good thing is, I still believe in America because we have guns. I know. I know. People think like, oh my God, you're saying all this right-wing stuff. I did not even know this was a right-wing stuff, right? Because imagine, when government come to take your child away from you, if you're a father, are you not gonna shoot them back? If North Koreans had guns, if Hong Kongers had guns, no country ever be completely enslaved to their government like that way. That's why when the governments want to enslave people, the first thing they come for is guns.